Welcome back, team. So let's discuss more on the custom images and we'll try to understand what exactly the custom image, how to create a custom image from the Docker file also. These options also we will explore today. Alright, for that firstly what we need to have? We need to have a virtual machine with container engine installed. So that is the prerequisite to just play with the Docker, right? That is the only thing required. Alright, team. Let's move to our virtual machine. I have a virtual machine which is container engine installed. I have that virtual machine ready. Okay. So now what exactly I'm going to show you now? Firstly, I am going to show you how to connect to a virtual machine via Visual Studio Code. That's the step number one I'm going to show you. It's very important for your real-time benefit, team. Okay. Very important. See, we know very well that how to connect a virtual machine, especially on the terminal. That really doesn't help you or in specific to such cases in real time. But if you are able to connect a virtual machine via Visual Studio Code, that definitely helps you. But how to do that? So simple thing I will tell. Please go to the internet. Please install the Visual Studio Code. Please install the Visual Studio Code from the internet. I think it will be available. It will be available in the internet easily. Okay. Just go to the Visual Studio Code download, team. First step. Okay. You can go for the download Visual Studio Code. This is the link exactly you need to refer. Please go there and just install the Visual Studio Code in your mission stream. Okay. And corresponding to your mission, you please download that particular operating system software, so that just download that. That's all. Once you are install the Visual Studio Code, what exactly you need to do? Okay, that one I will show you now, team. Okay. So once you have installed, you can open that particular application, which is a Visual Studio Code. Please open that one. Once you open this one, there, you please go to the left section, extension. Click on the extensions. When you click on the extensions, there you can see a search box being open. Please search SSH over there. Just search remote SSH. This is exactly the plugin which you need to install inside your machine. Please understand. This is exactly the thing you need to install. Since it's already installed in my Visual Studio Code, that's why it is showing you as an uninstall. So if you are doing for the first time, this particular plugin will show you here as an install. Please click on the install. That's all you need to do. Now what will happen if you do that? If you do that, team, one specific thing is happened here. Once you install, you can double check your left side bottom corner. If you double check, two arrow symbols will be opened like this. Two arrows which are pointing each other. Two arrows will be opened like this. If you click on the two arrows, please click on that one. There it will ask you connect to host. The next one, connect to host. If you click on the connect to host, there exactly you can see an option called configure SSH host. You can see an option, this one, configure SSH host. Please click on the configure SSH host. There it is pointing a default path in your machine. Please go there. This is whatever the default path .ssh path it is showing. Please select that one. You don't need to worry. Please select it. Okay. Just select that one. So once you select that one, team, what exactly you need to do? So once you have selected, this particular config file will be opened something like this. Config file will open like this. What you need to do here, team, you just need to form a connection something like this. Point you need to remember. Host name can be anything. You just need to give some. If you give XYZ also, it will work. Host, especially host. For coming to the host name, exactly please provide your IP address. Whatever the IP address you have, VM IP address. In our situation, our VM IP address, if you notice, if you go to my VM IP is 4.194.2.163, same thing we configured here. And followed by use keychain. Now we are not using any kind of key-based approach. That's why it's no. It's a password, right? That's why it's no. And there is a user, which is a Azure user, which is a username port 22. First learn the password-based one, then I will show you key-based one also. Don't worry. Alright, team. Once you are done with this thing, then what you need to do, you please click on the left side double arrow button. Just click on that. Then it will show you an option called connect to host. Click on that one. Then it will list you your VM name, whatever you have configured in the config file. I have configured as az-VM. Same thing it will list you here. Please click on that one. That is what exactly it will try to form a connection. See, opening the remote connection. It is trying to form a connection. Wait for a moment, because I already opened this one, that's why it just easily connected. I'm closing the remote connection. Close remote connection. Let me show you one more time. See, once you install the plugin, you can see the arrows, 2 arrows pointing each other. Please click on that one. There you can see a option called connect to host. Please click on the connect to host. Here, configure SSH host. Open the config folder. Please open that. Whatever the option it is showing, as it is, fill the values. I'm pasting you in the chart. Please do the same. Okay, please do the same thing. I'm just pasting in the chart. Okay. Once you have configured these values in the config folder, my task is done. Then again you click on the 2 arrows which are pointing each other. There it is, the connect to host. Click on that one. There, go for the client one VM setup. Please click on that one. Sorry, you have clicked on the wrong one. Okay. I believe yours is the different one. I'm just closing the connection. Just click on the arrows one more time. Connect to host. Mine is AZ-VM. Click on the AZ-VM. That itself will navigate you to just key in the password. It is asking the password. Please key in the password. Just key in the password. The moment when you key in the password, you will be connected. See, SSH AZ-VM got connected. Now, please maximize the screen. You can go there. There, you can go to the file symbol. Click on the file symbol. Click on open folder. There you are seeing a path called home Azure user. Usually you have /home/Azure user usually for your Ubuntu machine, right? Your Ubuntu machine got connected. That's all. Click on OK. The moment when you click on OK, you see it is forming a connection exactly to that home directory. Please key in the password one more time here. I'm just keying the password. Just give one more time. Now if you give the password, that is all exactly you need to do. This is a local file. You just close this file, not really needed. At the left side section, team, if you notice your left side section, that is exactly your folder structure. Folder structure is there in your Ubuntu virtual machine. You can see a UI visualization, your Ubuntu folder structure. You are seeing now on the UI. This is the technique exactly you should use in real time. So under the config SSH, I'm just opening the config SSH one more time. There you go for here. You will configure all your virtual machines one by one. Everything you will configure here. All your 10 virtual machines, if you have real time, or 10 you will configure here. That's all. In this way, you need to handle and you should be able to connect to virtual machines easily. That is all about how to connect to a virtual machine by using a Visual Studio Code. Alright, you please give it a try. If you are getting stuck anywhere, just pull me in, not an issue. We'll see the case, okay? Alright team, that is not our goal for now. Our goal here is we need to proceed to build more and more custom images today so that we can have a better understanding than our last class. That is what our goal for today, okay? So to fulfill our goal team, so what exactly we need to do? So let's go back to our virtual machine. I'm just making a little bigger screen. I'm just closing the above one. I don't need to see any file formats. That's why. You just come here and left side one also I'm just closing a bit. This is more than enough. Okay. So once you are here team, the first and foremost thing, if any software is there in your machine or not, in your Ubuntu machine or not, you can test that easily by just giving the software name. Simple, just go to Docker. The moment when you type the Docker, see it is just checking and it is just giving some commands for you for your reference, meaning that software is already installed. Simple identification. Okay, you can use these kind of techniques also. That's an easy identification for you to just understand whether really a software been installed or not. Easily you can understand that way also. All right. Fine, let's move on team. Fine team, I'm going to simulate the case whatever we have seen. One more time here, just come here. First step number 1, what exactly we are going to do? We are going to create a custom image by installing Apache inside, and we will push that custom image into Docker Hub. Repeating again, we are going to create a Docker custom image by installing Apache software inside, and we are going to push that particular image into Docker Hub. Let me show you the exact steps what exactly we are going to do so that you will get a very good idea. Okay, so this is what exactly you did, right? So there is a user, you will take some base image. On top of it, you are running that particular image as a container. You are going inside a container. After that, you are going to install Apache 2 and curl, and after that you are creating a custom image. That is what the thing exactly we achieve. One more time I'm showing here so that you will be very clear on this particular concept, team. Okay, just a moment. Okay, all right. I just want to explain the same thing here also, same, whatever you did. Okay, whatever you did. You can see one more time here. Ubuntu image. First time you guys are listening this. Ubuntu image. You are taking an Ubuntu image. You are running the Ubuntu image. It is connected. It is running as a Ubuntu container. On top of the container, you are installing the Apache. On top of it, you are creating an image locally. There you are pushing that particular image to Docker Hub. This is what our goal number 1. That is what exactly our goal number 1. So what exactly we need to do? First, we need to clear our goal number 1 and we'll fulfill our case. Okay, that's what exactly we will do now, team. Okay, all right. So how to do that? How to do that? You know that. Let's give one more time try so that you will get a very good clarity. Then we can move on to the next one. Next one will be a little bit interesting also. Okay. All right, team. So let's go to the Visual Studio Code. From now onwards, completely our play will be on the Visual Studio Code only, team. Okay. We will be on Visual Studio Code only. Please understand one thing. If you click on the terminal, I just click on the new terminal. So which one got opened? This is my local mission terminal. Local mission terminal. This is not my goal. This is not my goal. My goal is I need to go for our VM terminal. If you click on, because multiple windows got opened, that is why it is just showing my local mission. Okay, you just go here. So I think if you click on one more time, I think it will show your Ubuntu mission. Okay, all right, team. All right. So firstly, now what exactly we are going to do here, team? Let's go there. Let's pull the images what we played. Okay, last time. Sudo docker pull Ubuntu, or you can take just Ubuntu. That is fine. Ubuntu latest will be pulled. So that is the thing exactly will happen. So we are just pulling the Ubuntu image. Okay, fine. So it is extracting it so that it will be pulled. Okay, fine. Sudo docker images. Okay, let's focus on only our image. Okay, whatever the images. Okay, if we double check this and forget about the remaining, we just focus on your thing only, team. Okay, I'm just going there. I'm just double checking. So what exactly the thing you just downloaded? Ubuntu is the one, right? Yep, this is the Ubuntu one. So this is the thing exactly been downloaded. That's awesome. Forget about the remaining things. Just ignore. Alright, so once you have downloaded the Ubuntu, what exactly we need to do? We need to go inside of that Ubuntu, right? That is what we need to do, correct? So generally you have a direct command also to just go inside of the container. What is the direct command? Sudo docker run -itt Ubuntu. If you apply this command, it will do two things. If your image is not there in your local machine, it will pull it. On top of it, it will create a container also in the detached mode. That's what exactly we are saying. So sudo, I'm just going inside him. Sudo docker. Before going further, just apply ps. Sudo docker ps is the one which will help you to list any running containers are there. Yes, there is one running container. That is what exactly you just created, which is 13 seconds. You know very well that docker container name is a random name. It will be picked up. Okay, that is the part. After that, I'm just going inside sudo docker exec -it and just take this particular container ID, team. Just go there and just go with the bash format. I'm just going inside a container, team. What exactly I'm going to do? If you go there and just double check ls format, this is what exactly I'm talking about. This is exactly the Ubuntu. You are doing Ubuntu in Ubuntu. This is what the concept exactly. We will see on an interesting concept later classes, which is a Docker in Docker or something like that. So meaning that you will install Docker inside a Docker. That is what we will do, and we will explore also. That's a very interesting one. So now if you see this one, this is Ubuntu in Ubuntu. So you're already in the Ubuntu machine. On top of it, you are running Ubuntu container. You went inside Ubuntu container. That's where you ls. You apply this one. If you go to your base Ubuntu Ubuntu mission, if you apply ls also by going to the root path, you will see the same folder structure. Same folder. That is what exactly telling us. Okay, it's a Ubuntu mission only. After that, generally what you will do, you are already in the root folder, so you don't need to apply sudo commands. Okay, directly you can apply without sudo. I can take the apt modules update. Just take the first this is the one first you need to do. So once you update the apt modules, then on top of it, what exactly I will do, I will just proceed for just a software installation. Anything you can apply. So for example, at the moment I'm just installing only Apache 2 only. One more time. Okay, just install this one, team. So once you are done this, just asking the confirmation, just proceed for this one. So once all right, usually what exactly the thing last session also we noticed, once Apache 2 got installed, it was not running immediately. That's why we just went to the service. On top of it, we just started that particular service, team. Okay, I'm going a bit fast because you already seen this case. Okay, please understand. So alright, so once you are done with this particular thing, then I'm just going for the service Apache status. You can double check the status directly, team. If you say Apache 2, service Apache 2 service. If you double check this one, see Apache 2 is not running, team. Can we please start this particular Apache 2 service? Apache 2 start. So now what exactly the Apache 2 got started. So that is what exactly the thing will happen. So yeah, I believe you started already. That's awesome. So once to know the confirmation whether really it got started or not, curl localhost. I'm just double checking curl localhost /80 team. If you apply this particular command, so obviously it will tell us exactly whether really this is been installed or not. Okay. So just go there. It is saying curl is not found again. So curl is another software which you need to install into this one. There I'm just going for the one more apt install curl. Just apply this one also, team, so that you are just installing the curl inside of it. Once your curl got installed, then on top of it, what exactly I'm going to do? So simply I'm going to double check our command, what are the curl localhost 80. Okay. So just hit this one. See, it could not resolve the host. I think it is still showing curl. Sorry, yeah. There is a typo. There is a typo here. Okay. So to curl localhost 80, see the HTML response I do see, meaning that your Apache server been installed successfully. That's okay, awesome so far. Now what exactly the thing we achieved from here? So we just exit out of it. So meaning that you just came out of this particular container. Now this is a normal world again. This is a VM only. Do sudo docker ps. Okay. You should apply whenever you are on the VM. You should apply sudo because you are not running under sudo access. Please understand it. Okay. Otherwise your docker daemon will not be connected. Sudo docker ps. Okay. Just apply the sudo docker ps. That's exactly the thing we are here, team. That's awesome. So far good. Now what exactly we did? We have created a new image. That is what the custom image we are talking about, right? If you open one more thing, sudo docker ps. Sorry, team. I'm just writing one more up arrow. So just get this one, okay? Because there is a use of this one. So I need this particular ID to create a custom image, okay? So you just go for the sudo. Now you tell me one thing. This is the container. Exactly Apache 2 got installed, team. This is the container. Exactly Apache 2 got installed. But not this image doesn't consisting of Apache 2. But this container consisting of Apache 2. Please understand. Ubuntu, this is only Ubuntu image. Now I am going to create an image which consisting of Apache 2 also. That is Ubuntu plus Apache 2. That is what we are doing now. Sudo docker commit. Okay. Sudo docker commit. Whatever the container ready you are seeing at the moment, team. Just copy the container ready. I'm just taking the container ready. On top of it, I'm just giving an image name, team. Now I'm just giving an image name. What is that image name exactly? I'm just want to give Apache 2 Ubuntu or something like that. Okay, just hit enter, team. That's all you need to do. So now you know what exactly you did. You created a particularly custom image. That's an interesting one. So you just go for the docker images, sudo docker images always. Sorry, sudo docker images. If you go for the sudo docker images, there you can see Apache 2 Ubuntu. This is interesting. Your Ubuntu size is 77. Your Apache 2 Ubuntu size is 231. That's the difference exactly we did now. Okay. So we have installed some softwares inside of it. That is exactly the meaning for that. So far awesome. Now what is our goal? Just open your custom image section. Now you did this one. You created a container. You installed Apache. You created an image. Now you need to push that one to Docker Hub. So now the problem is you need to push this one to Docker Hub. How to push this one to Docker Hub? That's a problem exactly for you. So whenever you are trying to push anything to Docker Hub, team, please understand one thing. You just go to the terminal, Visual Studio Code. Sorry, I'm just closing this one. Just avoid the confusion. Okay, you just go to the Visual Studio Code. There I'm just going for the clarity. So what exactly the goal? So I need to log into the Docker Hub. Okay, what is the Docker Hub? Docker Hub is the one. Exactly, it's a repository which is consisting of all publicly available images. For example, if you go inside, see, if you recall the moment when you are creating a custom image, team, you pulled this Ubuntu image from internet. This is being downloaded from Docker Hub only. Always your base image will be downloaded from Docker Hub. Please understand. Always your base image downloaded from the Docker Hub only. Whatever the image, so for example, this is Ubuntu image. Sometimes this image may consisting of some softwares also installed. That is what your image today. This software may be vulnerable. Vulnerable means some kind of issues, some libraries, whatever the libraries they are using inside of this particular image may not be really secure. So you need to be very careful when you are using images in your real time also. So that is what exactly the DevSecOps will plays a role really in that particular aspects. So you don't need to think about the security for now. You just go and learn the concept first. Later we'll think about the security. Okay, fine team. So now once image got built, now what exactly we need to do? We need to push that image to the Docker Hub. That's what our goal at the moment. So to do this one, you just go to the Visual Studio Code one more time, and I have opened your Docker Hub also. This is what my Docker Hub. I'm trying to sign in. You don't need to do it. No need to push an image. You don't need to log in. But I'm trying to show you what exactly the Docker Hub consisting of. I don't know whether I showed this one in your previous part or not. Okay, I'm just going for inside. Just a moment. Awesome. Okay, fine team. So once you are here team, so here the lot of images you can see. There you can go for the repositories. I'm just go for the Ubuntu, for example. You just go there and search. You can see a lot of Ubuntu images also in the Docker Hub. You can see a lot. See how many been pulled that particular image. Okay, a lot of images you can see. Okay, it's almost 1 billion plus, 1 million plus downloads actually. Okay, so you can see a lot. So you can open there. What are all the things they did inside this image? What are all the things been packed? You can see each and everything. That is not at all needed for us for now. Okay, now what exactly we need to do? So whatever the image we have built so far, so this is the image. So now we need to push that image to Docker Hub team. Okay, so now I'm just going to the sudo docker images. Sudo docker images is the one exactly is talking about your Apache Ubuntu. So right, this is the one exactly. I'm just copying the repository name as this particular thing. Okay, I'm just clearing the screen. I'm just clearing the screen as part of your command. So what first step, what you need to do? First you need to log in team. Sudo docker login. Okay, first step number 1, sudo docker login. So what exactly sudo docker login will do? It will help you to just log into the Docker Hub. So it is asking the username. Okay, I just logged in, that's why I know this one easily, so that I will give the right ones. Okay, that's it. So once you are providing the password also, there you can see one message called login succeeded. That's awesome. You logged into the Docker Hub via CLI, via terminal. That's really good team. But what is your goal? My goal is to push my image. That is what my goal. But that is not my goal. How to do that? Okay, so to do that, sudo docker push. That's all. How you are using git push. In the same way you will use the docker push. Docker push. Okay, when you are coming to the docker push, this is what your image, right? For example, what are the things are there? I'm just trying to push them. So whatever the image, that is what Apache to Ubuntu, right? See, the requested access to the resource is denied. The requested access to the resource is denied. This is what the problem exactly you are seeing right now. Requested access to the resource is denied. So how to solve this case? How to solve this case? This is the normally people will get this issue. So when now they are trying to push an image to the Docker Hub. Okay, the reason for this one is team. If you notice one interesting fact. Okay, I will show you one interesting fact for you. Okay, sudo docker images. This is what Apache Ubuntu. What is this one? This is a repository. Remember the point. This is a repository. You need to understand the hierarchy here. What exactly the hierarchy here is? A registry consisting of, please understand the hierarchy. Okay, just focus a little bit here so that you will get a specific idea. Please understand this hierarchy team. A registry consisting of multiple repository, a repository consisting of images. This is exactly the hierarchy, level of hierarchy you need to keep in our mind. So what exactly the registry? A registry is nothing but, today you are talking about Docker Hub. Tomorrow you will see Azure Containerization. Day after tomorrow you will see AWS Containerization. Next day you will see then GCR, Google Containerization, right? So these are all the different types of container registries exactly you can experience in the cloud environments team. Okay, what is the purpose of the container registries? Container registry purpose is to just store the repositories. What repository? This is not code repository. This is not your Git repository, not that repository team. This repository is exactly your images, exactly representing your images. That is why I just mentioned one repository can consisting of multiple versions of your image. Multiple versions of your image. It's a single repository only, but it consisting of multiple versions of your image. You can correlate this one easily. You are creating one Azure repository. On top of it, developers are checking their code multiple times. Version 0, version 1, version 2, version 3, or something like that. They are using that particular repository for that, right? In the same way, container repository also will be useful to check in their images. This hierarchy you should understand. You know why I am pulling this one now? There is a reason for this. The reason for this one is whenever you are pushing an image team, this is the command exactly you have used. there is a correction here. You simply need to change one specific thing. Always you need to prefix with your Docker Hub ID. That is what registry here. Docker Hub ID. This is what my Docker Hub ID. That's why I just placed in front of that one. Now it will easily understand, okay, it needs to go to this particular Docker Hub ID. On top of it, it needs to create a repository called this one. That's it. Press enter. Just a second team. Okay. So my small correction team. So it is now, it is telling you one interesting fact to you. Okay, let me explain the case here. Okay, for example, the moment when you apply the sudo docker images team, what exactly the repository you are seeing? You are just seeing the repository called Apache 2 Ubuntu. Now, when you apply the docker push /Apache 2 Ubuntu, it is telling I don't see any such image in your local machine. Meaning that the problem is when you are committing this one, you should commit with this particular naming convention. That's the missing part here. Okay, let's commit one more time so that you will get an idea. Just a moment team. So we have applied the commit command here, right? This is the commit command exactly we have used. I'm going to use the commit command in a different way. This is what exactly I'm going to use. While I'm committing, I'm just using a container registry ID / repository name. You can use Docker Hub ID / repository name. Okay, just commit in this particular format. If we commit this particular format, then definitely you can push this one. Okay, that's only the difference came. So now once you are here, I'm just double checking the images now. See, there is one particular image called /Apache 2 Ubuntu, right? You are seeing an image, right? Now I'm going to push this image team. To push this image, there is a command sudo docker push, right? This is what exactly these two are same. Okay, better I'm just copying this one now. And I'll go here and just come here and just replace and paste it just for our safety double confirmation. So just come here, just push it. Now it is referring the same thing. Now it is pushing also to your Docker Hub. That is exactly the trick involved here. You need to observe the trick. Okay, the trick here is while you are committing or while you are pushing, always you need to first give prefix as your Docker ID, Docker Hub ID, or container registry ID, or ACR, Azure Container Registry ID. That is the first thing you need to provide. That's it, team. Once you push this one, now you can go back to your Google Chrome browser. So go for the Explore Docker Hub. There you can go for your own images. What are the images you have, and you can see your latest image also as part of this one, team. Okay, you can see the image. I think image being pushed. So you can see Apache Ubuntu. So that is a few seconds ago. This is what exactly you pushed just now, team. Okay, this is what exactly you pushed. If you want to pull this image especially into your image, I think you can use just docker pull command, and you can pull this particular command also, team. That is also absolutely possible. Okay, all right, team. All right, so that is what exactly we did so far. That's awesome. So what exactly we achieved so far here is, I'm just giving a quick recap on the part and on the thing what we achieved. We have a Ubuntu image base. We created a container. We installed Apache. We created a local image. That is what exactly you committed a local custom image. You push that one to the Docker Hub. That's really good. Okay, fine, team. So far you did really well. Okay, you did really well. Now what exactly I'm going to do now? I'm going to simulate one real-time case here. Okay, completely pure real-time case. What is the pure real-time case? Pure real-time case is nothing but how to build an image in real time. That is your real-time case. How we can build an image in real time, right? So the meaning that, so you are going to build a project, especially I'm going to take a Docker project. I'm going to build that project and I will push the image to Azure Container Registry. That is what I'm going to do now. That is what I'm going to do. But you need to have a little basic before proceeding for the concept. Okay, let me explain the basic now. Okay, you don't know what is a Docker file today. You don't know. I'm sure you don't know what is a Docker file. No worries on that. But what exactly the thing I'm telling you at the moment. Okay, now if you see this one tip, whatever you are seeing, the second section. Okay, second section. You are taking a base image. Let's take an example. You can take any base image, not an issue. That could be a Java image, that could be a Node image, React.js image, anything. So in real time also, to build a Java project, you need a base image. To build a React project, you need a base image as a Node. To build a Java project, you need a base image as a Java. Okay, all right. then you will build that one, right? You will build that one. So when you build that one, you know what will happen, team? A running container will be created. What is this build means? So you should understand a concept here very clearly. What is this build means? See, team, let me give a quick recap on, especially on your repository section. Okay. For example, in real time, this is your standalone project. That is what we did, right? So far we did one project on the standalone project. That's good. To convert a standalone project into Dockerized one, I'm going to convert the standalone project into Dockerized one. Okay, it's a Dockerized project. Okay, so to convert a standalone project into Dockerized project, you know, team, what exactly you need to do? Let me tell you. To convert the repo to Dockerized project, only one change you need to do. The change here is you need to add a Docker file. Only one change. You need to add a Docker file. You need to add a Docker file. Now you may get doubt. What is this Docker file? Why I need to attach this Docker file to your repository? If you attach a Docker file to your repository, your project is turned to the Dockerized project. That's it, team. That's it. No change. Simple. What you are telling in the Docker file, that is what exactly this process is talking about. That is what exactly this process is talking about. Firstly, this particular Docker file is useful in your repository to build your project and create an image out of your project. Please understand. In real time, we will use Docker file to build a custom project, custom images. To create a custom images, we will use Docker file. That's the basic point here. Okay, you're telling we need to add a Docker file to the repository. What exactly and how exactly the Docker file looks like? We never seen a Docker file also so far. How exactly Docker file looks like? By using Docker file only, you can build your image and you can create a custom images. That's what you are telling. Then how exactly our Docker file exists? Okay, can we take a look on the Docker file? Of course you can take a look. Okay, I'm opening one real-time project in the internet. Please see this one. I'm opening one real-time project. This is one of the real-time project. This is a React.js project. We can see the Springboot also this time. Don't worry, team. Especially in this particular React.js project, I'm seeing a file called Docker file, right? Please open this. See, this is his repository. He has added a Docker file. In your repository, if you add a Docker file, your project will be converted as a Dockerized project. So meaning that adding a file means you need to pass some instructions also inside. See, he is passing these instructions inside. He did some activity here. You also need to do the same thing. But how? How to understand a Docker file? What are all the commands are there in the Docker file? How we can understand? From is talking about base image. Run is talking about create a Linux command, run a Linux command. Work directory is talking about just cd to the directory. Environment is an environment variable. Copy is a copy paste from source to destination. Run is a Linux command. How do we need to understand these things? That one we will see in detail about your Docker file, because I have all the commands which I have listed here. You can see all the Docker commands been listed. So we will go through all the Docker commands, whatever the things are there here. Don't worry. But for now, what exactly we are going to do? Okay, let me explain one more time, team. To convert your repository to the Dockerized project, simply you need to add a Docker file. Simple thing. Okay, I don't have any knowledge as a DevOps engineer. Today you don't have any knowledge how to write a Docker file. Okay, now what exactly you are going to do? Let's assume you have a Docker file exist, but you should know how to make use of it, right? You should know how to make use of it. You don't know how to write a Docker file, but you know one thing as Docker file is the instruction file which helps exactly to convert your repository into a custom image. Meaning that this is a React project, a React.js image will be created. This is the Java project image will be created. That's the point exactly you need to understand. So the Docker file will be useful for us to just convert your project into a custom images. That's awesome. Now, what exactly the thing we are going to do here, team? Okay, let's go back to this repository. I'm going to do one simple activity. I don't want to confuse you at all at the moment. I haven't explained anything about your Docker file. I have not explained anything about your Docker file, but I just gave what exactly the Docker file can do. A Docker file, what exactly Docker file can do? A Docker file can create a custom image out of your project. That is what you are going to do now. That is what we are going to do. Now, blindly you are going to use a Docker file and you will build it and you will push that one to the container registry also. You will push that one to the container registry also. But the scenario I'm changing little bit here. This time your registry is not a Docker hub. Your registry is a ACR. ACR meaning Azure Container Registry. So, okay, what exactly the Docker file? So specially from the Docker file, you will create a custom image. That custom image you will push to ACR. Then what you are doing in between, front to the Docker file, you are taking a base image, you are creating a container same to the above. You are taking a base image, you are creating a container. On top of it, you have installed all your commands to convert a custom image. In the same way, you are taking a base image, you will create a container, but on top of it, Docker file instructions are there to just do the necessary changes. However, whatever you did previously manually by using Apache installation and all, this time Docker file instructions will help you to do the same. Docker file instructions are helping you. Then your custom image is created and you are pushing that image to ACR. Let's simulate a scenario blindly. How to build a Docker file and how to push an image to ACR. Simple. I'm not discussing anything about what is there inside the Docker file. I'm just showing you one activity, build and push. Build and push. Let's practice this one. So to do that one, team, let's go back to your GitHub repository. See, I'm just going to the GitHub repository, just code, just copy this line. So just go back to Visual Studio Code. I'm just coming to the Visual Studio Code, just clear the screen, okay? Git clone. I'm just cloning the project, team. I'm just cloning the project. Same thing your real-time CI/CD pipelines also will do. Your CI pipeline also will do the same thing. Okay, I'm doing manually. Okay, you clone a project. Okay, ls, you just go for this one. There is one project called Docker React.js. This is the project exactly. Please go inside a project, cd docker react js ls. Okay, awesome. Everything is there. Okay, everything is there. You have a little idea about this kind of React project. What exactly your knowledge on this one? You know very well that, especially when you talk about this kind of project, there is a source code, there is a public directory, whatever the directory, and if anything needs, they want to display for the public also, they can keep here. And the package.json is the one which is a library file. All dependencies they will keep here. If they want to keep any images corresponding to your project, they will keep here, and readme and the license one, and followed by the Docker file. This is what exactly additionally been added. If you recall, our first React.js project, the only difference is Docker file. Rest all same. Rest all same. That is the only thing I'm proceeding with. Okay, I'm not explaining anything about Docker file here. I'm not explaining anything. What exactly? Step number 1, how to build a Docker file. How to build an image. Step number 1, how to build an image. That is exactly the target. How to, very simple. Docker build -t, t for refers to tag. I'm just giving a tagging as Docker React. Okay, Docker React.js project. You can give anything also, team. Okay, not an issue. I'm just giving Docker React.js. Okay, that is what the tagging means, the versioning, team. Versioning, and followed by there is a dot operator. Now you should understand about the command. This command will help you to build an image. Simple, help you to build an image. Okay, you cloned a project. You are building that particular project into an image. That's all you are doing. You are converting the project into an image, custom image. Okay, all right. Just hit enter. That's it. So we are seeing, I think this is Docker daemon issue. Whenever you are seeing a Docker socket issue, I think that is only because of you are not applying the command with sudo. Okay, just apply the sudo command. Okay, now you are building your React.js project by using a Docker file. That is what exactly you are doing. If you recall your previous project, how was your build process? If you recall, npm run build. npm run build was the command we used to build a project. This time, same command only, but you will not apply the command directly here. You will keep the command inside a Docker file. That's the difference here, okay? You will keep the same command inside the Docker file. If I open my Docker file, I will show you, team. You will get a very good idea. If I show you this Docker project, under the Docker project, there is Docker file, right? This is what your Docker file also. If you open this particular Docker file, see, npm run build only they are executing. Ultimately, they are applying the same command, but they are doing inside a Docker file. That's a difference, team. That's a difference. The command we applied externally, this time same command we applied inside a Docker file. Okay, no worries. Let's go for sudo docker images. Okay, let's go for the sudo docker images. This is the project, so Docker image. You just build this one. Okay, that's awesome. You have a project being built. What is my goal? My goal here is whatever the image been. This is what the thing being created now. Custom image. A custom image created already. The moment when you apply the command, this one, 3 steps will be performed. Understand? Sudo docker build -t dot. 3 steps will be performed. Base image to container to executing instructions, then custom image. Whatever the effort so far you placed manually, pulling a Ubuntu image, creating a container, manually installing Apache, creating an image locally, all these things happened by using Docker file in just less than a minute. Just like that it happened, okay? Just like that it happened. Whatever you did earlier, same thing that happened immediately, okay? All right, let's not worry about what exactly the instructions are there in the Docker file. I will deep dive into the instructions step by step. Don't worry. But my goal is whatever the custom image is there, let's push that custom image to ACR. What is ACR? ACR is a Azure Container Registry. Now a little challenge for you. Now you need to come back to the portal. You just come to the portal, team. There is a service called Container Registry. Please go there to the Container Registry. Click on the Container Registry, team. Click on this create button. Click on the create button. There it will ask you, there is a resource group. I'm just selecting one resource group, AZ-U22. Please select this one, and top of it I'm just selecting ACR-22 only for temporarily only, okay, for this particular purpose. ACR-22 test one. I'm just giving one more number. Sorry, I think they are talking about no special characters, okay? All right, so there is no special character. I just give the ACR-22 only. I believe should be fine. Okay, this already exists. Okay, I'm just giving test also. Okay, then should be fine, I believe. Okay, that is all. That is what my registry name. If you recall earlier, what is our registry name? My registry name is Docker Hub registry name is RKRVRIT is my registry name. This time ACR-22 test is my registry name. That's awesome. You are deploying your registry in the Singapore region. That's okay. And the pricing plan, if you go for the standard, basic, premium, let's go for the standard. Always prefer standards. Just because there is a feature difference will be there, just prefer standard by default. Go for the networking. This is being disabled because you are using standard. If you use premium, this one will be enabled for you, team. Okay, because you are not using premium, so that's why this is being disabled. That's okay, fine, team. Then you go for the encryption, tags, review, and create. That's all, team. Now you are creating a container registry. That's really awesome. You are creating a container registry. Just wait for a moment. Things are not over directly, so it is not so direct as Docker Hub. A little more things you need to perform here. I will tell what exactly you need to do. So once your ACR ready, next my target here is we will push our customized image to this ACR. That is what our goal. Okay, we will push that one. Okay, so your ACR is ready, team. Okay, go to resource. Okay, your ACR is ready. So now once your ACR is ready, you just go back to your Visual Studio Code. So that's the first thing you need to do. Step number 1. Once you are here, now you remember earlier you did a login, sudo docker login you did, right? Sudo docker login is the one exactly will help you Docker Hub login. This time you need to do sudo ACR login. Sudo ACR login. This is the one exactly you need to apply. Sudo ACR login. What is the name of this particular container registry? That is very important, team. Copy that name, ACR2 test, just paste over there, hit enter. You know one thing team, if whenever you are applying this one, sometimes it will tell you don't have AG installed. That's the first error you will get. Team. So to sort out that, you go to the internet there, and I'll give the link also. Okay, AG CLI installation, AG CLI installation into Ubuntu. Okay, into Ubuntu. I think there is a Microsoft documentation directly available. Only one command. With one command you can easily install. This is the command you need to apply. Please understand. I'm just giving you the link also, command also in the chat box. Please apply this command first. If you apply this command, AZ will be installed. AZ is the one which will help you to connect with your Azure components via terminal. Okay, via terminal. Let me do it for you. Okay, I'm just cancelling this one. Let me apply the command one more time here. Hit enter. Okay, so that one will help to install AZ. Okay, you also please do the same. Once AZ got installed into your machine team, you know what exactly you need to do? The followed by, I'm going to apply AZ ACR login. So that is what my next goal. Okay, AZ ACR login. There is AZ ACR login. Where the AZ ACR login is there, right? So you just go back to your terminal. Sorry. I think we already applied the command. Let me do that. Okay, let it download first. Let AZ download. I'll give you a chance to raise your questions at the last. Don't worry, team. Just give me a few seconds. I think it will be clear. Alright, so once this is installed, team, now what exactly we need to do? We need to apply another command. This is the command you should apply. Hit enter. Now it will comfortably take in your screen also when you do that. Next interesting one, it is asking the username. What is the username? You need to go to the access keys section on the ACR. Containerization, please go to the access keys. Please enable the admin user button. Checkbox, please check the checkbox. When you check the checkbox, it will give username and the password. Please copy the username. Just come here, give the username. And there is a password. Copy the password also. Just come here, paste over there. Oh, sorry, I think it's not been pasted well. Let me try one more time, team. Okay. So I'm trying one more time. I'm just copying the username. Just come here, paste over there. I'm copying the password also. Why? Okay. Error response for the daemon ACR to the unauthorized authentication required. Authentication required is telling. Oh, let me do one other activity. Just a second, team. I'm applying one more AZ login. AZ login really not required. I'm just trying one more approach. You just try for the AZ login. Now it will ask my credentials to just try to log in. Okay, that is what exactly it will do. See, the moment when you there is one more recommended command here. Let me apply this command. Okay, I'm cancelling this one. One more. AZ login --use --device --code. Press enter. So then it is asking, open the browser and give this code. Copy the code and open this browser. Okay, I believe it's been opened in my other window, which is a Safari. Just a second, team. I need to show that, right? Just a second. I'm just copying this particular URL. Whatever the URL I have, just open the Chrome browser. I'm opening this in the one tab. Just go there. Once you type and enter that URL, it will ask you the code. You please come here. There is a code which is a H3V, some 5A. Just give this one and next, and just proceed for just sign in. Okay, I'm just logging in into Azure portal. That itself will tell you on the terminal by pulling your JSON response from your subscription. See, there is a JSON response being displayed. See, when you see the JSON response being displayed, the meaning for that one is you have logged in successfully. Let me try for one more time the ACR login. I believe that is causing this issue. Let me double check. Okay, unable to get the tokens with the message, please run AZ login to set up an account. Why it is asking unable to get the admin? We already did. So let me try one more time because it is still recommending. Let me try with AZ login also. AZ login also will do the same thing. There is no difference. Okay, I'm just let me share sorry, let me share my Safari. Let me share my Safari here so that I think you will understand him. Okay. So this is what exactly you are seeing. Okay. So now if you see this one, what exactly it is talking about, when you apply the AZ login also, this is what AZ login -, device code, everything is same only team. But still this is throwing issue. That's why I'm going with AZ login only. So meaning that you are logging to the Azure portal via CLI. That is what exactly you are doing. How you open through via browser, you are doing through CLI. That's the only difference team. When you apply the AZ login team, so now it is asking, please open this link, right? So please open this link. Please continue to log in. Okay, that is what exactly it is telling. Okay, so let me do one thing. Okay, let me do one thing. I believe one thing. Just cancel this and just try one more time so that you can see on the screen itself. Okay. Yeah, see, this is what exactly I want to show you. It is being pulled up automatically. There I'll just try to log in here, team. Okay, try to log in here. That is what exactly it is expecting from me. Please try to log in front of us. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, we will do that one more login so that I believe your process will be a bit easier also. Okay. This is Safari. Through Safari browser we are trying to log in. No worries, not an issue. Anything you can use. Since by default it can Safari can't control. So come on, what is this nonsense? Why? Let me take out this one. One more time, team. One more time. I'm just trying. I'm just clicking on this one. Oh, I don't know why it is unable to connect. So that is why usually they will give this command AZ login use device code. We already did this, but anyway, for you one more time, I'm just showing. Okay, just apply this command AZ login app, because when sometimes AZ login will fail with such kind of messages. That's why they will recommend go with this one. See, if no web browser is available or if web browser fails to open, please use this command. That is what we are using now. So please open the URL and give this code. This is this approach. You click this one, just give the code, just click on next. And just whatever the login is there, just pick that login and just continue. That's all, team. So this is another model. Okay, just come here. Now you can say JSON response being pulled. That's awesome. Same thing, whatever I did earlier, same thing I did one more time. Okay, so once you are done, team, now what exactly I'm going to do, one more time I'm double checking the ACR setup this time. Okay, I do still see this warning. That's okay. Let's proceed and we will double check. Username is same. ACR ID is the username exactly. Now it is asking the password. So let me go there to the portal. What are the portal we are playing so far? Just copy this one and just come back here. Just paste over there, team. Just press enter. Yeah, this time login succeeded, team. So the only problem is you have not AZ login. Okay, that is the thing exactly we fix this case. Just clear this one. But what is our goal? Our goal is to push our image to ACR. Okay, now you logged into ACR like how you did earlier Docker Hub login. Now you need to tag your image. That is the thing you need to do, team. That is also important. No, so tagging is the one which is very, very important, right? Sudo docker, images. If you apply the command, there you can see one particular image. This is what your image. Okay, you need to you need to tag your image properly. Okay, that is really very important. Okay, copy that one. Sudo docker tag. I'm just taking this particular image, whatever the image is there. Now, very important thing, you need to give the correct format. Okay, how to give the format? Take the login server. This is the login server. This is your registry ID. This is what exactly the registry ID, team. First, you need to give the registry ID, right? Registry ID followed by a slash. I'm just giving a name for this one as React.js. That's it. This is what the tagging exactly. That's all. Now, one more time command sudo docker images. Now this time see somewhere it will be there as CCR22 ACR React.js. Now you need to push this. To push this command, sudo docker push. Now you need to copy this one as it is. Okay, that's all you need to do, team. That's all you need to do. So it is well known where it needs to go and where it needs to create a repository also. Okay, now you just go there, press enter. That's it. The moment when you press enter, whatever the image been built, that's been pushed to ACR. Now you go back to your Chrome browser. Under this particular container registry, there is a section called repository. When you click on this one, there is a React.js. This is what you push now. Exactly, you push this one. A registry can consisting of multiple repos. multiple repos can sit here. A repository can consisting of multiple images will sit here. That's the only difference. All right. So what we learned today? We learned how to create a custom image completely manually, and how to create a custom image and push to ACR by using Docker file. Two approaches exactly we learned. This red colored one is just for knowledge gaining, and the one which is in the white, the black color one, black borders, is the one exactly required for your real time. Okay. I did one project specially for the React.js. I'm asking you to do the same thing, whatever the attempt we did now. Please do the same. Thank you for the session. See you in the next part.